The clock is ticking towards a federal government shutdown. Now at 6, what will happen here in the Bay Area if lawmakers do not pass a budget? Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Wendy Ryan.
And I'm Brendan McLaughlin. If an agreement is not reached soon, the federal government will run out of money and stop paying nearly 1 million workers. Now the holdup in congressional negotiations hinges on family planning and women's health, a minuscule fraction of the federal budget. House Speaker John Boehner and Senate President Harry Reid met this afternoon but had little to show for it.
There is no agreement on a number. There are no agreement on the policy issues that are contained with this.
So we're going to continue to work to get this done. It's not easy to do, but it's doable.
The one sticking point is said to be the Republicans' insistence on cutting off federal funding for women's health and family planning groups, including Planned Parenthood.
The majority of the American people do not support expenditure of government funds for abortion.
There are no federal funds that pay for abortion, either at Planned Parenthood or any hospital in America.
Democratic Senator Bill Nelson said a shutdown will stop small business loans and FHA home loans in Florida and could even delay the launch of Space Shuttle Endeavour later this month.
It's when the extremist position goes over into the corner and pouts and says it's my way or no way that you can't get anything done.
Nelson's Republican counterpart, Marco Rubio, called on Democrats to support a measure that would ensure military personnel get paid in the event of a shutdown, saying it is critical that we ensure that our armed forces and the civilians who support them continue to receive the pay they deserve. For the record, federal funds cannot be used for abortion, though Planned Parenthood does provide abortion services with money from other sources. But the argument in Congress drags on. We're told the congressional leaders will give us a progress report on negotiations at 7 o'clock tonight. Wendy?
Some people in the Bay Area are watching the stalemate in Washington very closely because come Monday, they might not be able to go back to work. Still, others don't know what their future holds. Our Allison Morrow is live at MacDill Air Force Base with the rest of the story there. Good evening, Allison.
Good evening. The folks here at MacDill are telling us the same thing that many others are saying about how this budget battle might affect them. They simply do not know. This building in downtown Tampa houses one of the busiest courts in the entire country. It's part of Florida's Middle District Bankruptcy Court.
Even in Tampa alone, we had over 30,000. That's 75 cases a day that need to be processed and administered.
A bankruptcy judge, Michael Williamson's 3 cases today. 2 of them are emergencies and will determine whether businesses will shut down.
No question but that the services provided by the federal courts are essential, and because of that, we will not be shutting down.
But that question doesn't have an easy answer for others. MacDill Air Force Base tells us they've gotten no word as to who would stop working if the federal budget isn't passed tonight. And the TIA passport office even busier than any other day, perhaps because they will close if the budget battle continues.
Unfortunately, it's out of our hands and we are simply not allowed to accept the passports.
Who will work and who will go home depends on who's determined to be essential and who's not. But some say the showdown is more a show than anything else.
I believe it'll be more for annoyance of the public, and I don't believe it'll truly impact our daily lives day to day.
It almost certainly won't affect you if you've got a bankruptcy hearing. Judge Williamson says anyone who thinks the shutdown may add a few extra days of reprieve can think again.
So if you've got a hearing, expect to come to court.
An estimated 800,000 federal employees are expected to stay home from work Monday if this budget is not passed tonight. We are live in front of MacDill Air Force Base. Allison Morrow, ABC Action News.